This video is going to be going over the April 29th assignment, which is our STAAR review day 9. All right, and this assignment is going over surface area. So let's start off with question number 1. Number 1 says, a rectangular prism and its dimensions are shown in the diagram. What is the total surface area of the prism in square inches? So if we look at our reference chart, let's see, here it is. Our reference chart, and we go to surface area, and we have a rectangular prism. Okay, we have a prism. So let's look at our formula for a prism. We see that it is, we want total, so it's S is equal to big P times H plus 2 times big B. All right, so let's write that down. So surface area, S is equal to big P times H plus 2 times big B. All right, so we need to know our P, our B, our big B, and our H. Okay, so big P is the perimeter of the base. We're just going to look at what it is sitting on for a rectangular prism for the base, and we see that it's sitting on this rectangle down here. Okay, so the perimeter means we're going to add all of our sides. We have 7.5 in the front, we have 5 on the side, and the back, it's our same length so as the front, so we have 7.5 back here. In our other side length, the same as this side length, so we have 5 over here. Okay, so 7.5 plus 7.5 plus 5 plus 5. Let's go add all those up. We have 7.5 plus 7.5 plus 5 plus 5 will be equal to 25. Okay, so big P is equal to 25. All right, now big B is the area of this base that we just talked about. Okay, so the area formula for a rectangle is length times width. So we are going to take our length, which is 7.5, and multiply it to our width of 5. So we have 7.5 times 5. We get 37.5. Okay, so there's our big B. And then H. H is our height of our 3D shape. Okay, so we're going from the bottom of the image all the way up to the top of our image, which is 6.5. All right. So since we have all of our numbers, all we have to do now is plug these numbers into our equation. So we said big P is 25. So we have 25 times our H, which we said is 6.5. Then we drop down the plus sign. We drop down the 2 times our big B, which we said is 37.5. Okay, now we type this all into the calculator. 25 times 6.5 plus 2 times 37.5, which is 237.5. Okay, or 5/10. 237 and 5/10 inches, and we found the total surface area, so our answer is squared. All right, so when we look at our answer choices, we can see that answer choice A is going to be our correct answer because it matches 237.5, which is what we found. All right, let's look at number 2. Number 2 says Kraft has bite-sized cheese chunks in the shape of a triangular prism. As shown, each cheese chunk is individually wrapped. Which expression can be used to determine the square centimeters of wrapping needed for one cheese chunk? Okay, so we need to wrap all sides of this triangular prism, so we are finding the total surface area again. So we have S is equal to big P times H plus 2 times big B for a triangular prism. Keyword prism, that's why we're using this. Okay, now we need to find our letters of P, B, and H. So let's go ahead and find the perimeter of the base. Now, our base is always what our 3D shape is called. It's called a triangular prism. First word's triangular, so our base is in the shape of a triangle. Okay, so here's one of our bases. So to find the perimeter, we need to add up all 3 sides. So this length is 5. This length right here, it says it's 4. Then this length says up here that it's 3. So 5 plus 4 plus 3, it's going to be equal to 12. 3 plus 4 plus 5 is equal 5 is equal to 12. Okay. Big B is the area of the base. Now we have to remember the area formula for a triangle is 1/2 times the base of the triangle times the height of the triangle. Okay. Okay, so here's our area formula. So here's our triangle. Here's our base. Okay. So it's saying this length is 5, this length is 3, and this length is 4. Okay. So we see that we have our hypotenuse right here and our right angle here. Okay. So 5 will never be our height of our triangle. Okay. So the height is always what goes from the bottom to the top. That includes the right angle. Okay. So from the bottom to the top of just the triangle is 4. So our height is 4. And then our other length for our B is base. So 3 is our base times 1/2. So we have 1/2 times 3 times 4. 3 times 4 is equal to 12. And then times 1/2. So half of 12 is equal to 6. So our big B is equal to 6. Then height, we're looking at what goes from the bottom base to the top, okay, which is 1.7 centimeters, okay? All right, now that we have all of our numbers, all we have to do is plug it in. So we have 12 for big P times our height, 1.7, plus 2 times our big B of 6, okay? It doesn't look like we have to solve it. We just have to see what matches. And what matches is answer choice C. So the correct answer for number 2 is C. All right, moving on to 3. Number 3 says a cylinder and its dimensions are shown in the diagram. Which measurement is closest to the lateral surface area of a cylinder in square centimeters? All right, so lateral surface area, let's look. So cylinder and lateral surface area is S is equal to 2 times pi times radius times height. Okay, so let's go write that down real quick. S is equal to 2 pi radius height. Okay, so we need to know our radius and we need to know our height so that we can plug them into our formula. Okay, so our radius is always half of our diameter, and when we look at our base, which is in the shape of a circle, we see 8.4 goes from one side of the cylinder, or one side of the circle, to the other side of the circle, so we only need half of it. Half of 8.4 is going to be 4.2, okay? So our radius is 4.2. From one side of the circle to the center is 4.2. And our height goes from our bottom base all the way up to our top base, which is 10.9. All right, so we have all of our letters, so all we do is plug it in, okay? We drop down the 2, we drop down the pi. Our radius is 4.2, and our height is 10.9, okay? Plug it into the calculator. We have 2 times pi times 4.2 times 10.9. We get 287.6. So surface area is equal to 286.6, or sorry, 287.6 centimeters. And we talk about area, so our answer is squared, which matches answer choice B. B is our correct answer for number 3. Let's move on to the last question. Sakura has a birdhouse with a rectangular walls, a rectangular bottom, and a rectangular entry, like the model below. She will paint the 4 outside walls, but not the bottom or the roof. Then the question is asking, what is the area that Sakura will paint? All right, so we're not painting the bottom or the roof, so we can just ignore the roof, and we're not painting the floor, right? So if you think about it, we're only painting our 4 side walls, which is our lateral surface area of a rectangular prism. So our lateral surface area for a rectangular prism is S is equal to P times H. All right, let's just worry about this first. So we need the perimeter of the base and the height of just the rectangular prism. All right, so the perimeter of the base, we're going to add all 4 lengths of our base, which is in the shape of a rectangle. Okay, so this is what it's sitting on. This length right here is 10. So this length back here, I know it's not a straight line, but this length back here is going to be 10. If this side's 6, that side's 6. So we have 10 plus 10 plus 6 plus 6. All right. sorry, plus 6. All right, so let's find what that is. 10 plus 10 is 20. Then 6 plus 6 is 12. So 20 plus 12 is 32. All right, so perimeter of the base is equal to 32. Then we need the 3D height of the rectangular prism. So how tall is just the rectangular prism? And we see is 10 inches tall. Okay, so perimeter is 32 times our height of 10. 32 times 10, S is equal to 320 inches squared. All right, so that is our lateral surface area of our prism. But we have to remember now, we are not painting the door. Okay, we have a door here that we're not painting, so that takes away from how much we're actually painting. Okay, so we need to find the area of this door. The area of a rectangle is length times width. Okay, so 4 times 5 is equal to 20. So this space right here that we're not painting is 20 inches squared. So this is equal to 20. So we're going to take 320 and just subtract 20 inches squared from it. Okay, so 320 minus 20 is 300. Okay, so the correct answer for number 4 is C. C is the correct answer for number 4, and that's going to conclude our April 29th assignment that went over surface area. So if you need to complete the redo assignment for our STAAR review day 9, go ahead and complete that now.